So Victim Services is a division made up of mental health professionals within the Austin Police Department. There are 37 employees total, manager position, which is mine, 4 supervisor positions, and 32 counselor positions. The counselors within the Victim Services Division provide support to victims and survivors throughout the investigative process. So from the moment the call is made, hopefully, and then while the case is being investigated. We're comprised of 2 teams, crisis response team, which is our on-scene 24-hour, 7-day-a-week group of counselors, and there are 13 counselors assigned to that team. They work very closely with patrol officers. They provide crisis counseling, advocacy, information about resources immediately after a crime has occurred.
If someone is calling to report that they are a victim of sexual assault, then at the time that an officer is dispatched, if a counselor is available, we also respond directly to the scene.
Then our investigation support team, and those counselors do the follow-up work. So they're assigned to investigative units with detectives. We have counselors in our homicide unit, sex crimes unit, child abuse, robbery, non-family violence, aggravated assault, vehicular homicide, family violence, and human trafficking. There are 19 counselors assigned to that particular team.
The crisis response team is sort of the day one person. We are with the victim as they make that initial law enforcement contact. Day 2 and forward is when we transition to the investigative support team and that counselor that's going to carry their case for the remainder of the investigation. When the crisis response counselor is meeting with the victim, we let them know when we're wrapping up that a counselor that's going to be assigned to their case will reach out to them within 24 to 48 hours and make contact with them, check in, see how they're doing, and move forward with the next steps of the investigation. The greater goal of the crisis response team is to make the act of making a report to the police part of the victim's healing experience and not part of the traumatic experience that they've gone through.
So it is a victim's or survivor's option to report to the police or not. If they do report, they do not have to continue through with the investigation if they choose not to. A counselor can assist them whether they choose to go forward with the investigation or not. A survivor or victim can also contact a victim services counselor even if they do not want to make a police report or if they just want to know the process for making a police report, what the investigation might look like. Sexual assault is never your fault, no matter what the circumstances. If you think that you've been sexually assaulted, we want you to know that you have options, and you can reach out to Victim Services anytime to get information about what your options are, even if it is your desire to not make a police report.